Hello everyone, Praisecooda here, and welcome to another side series featuring Sonic 3 and... wait, what? Okay. So, I know I've technically already done this game before, but when I was in the process of doing this game, I asked folks, hey, if I were to do another Let's Play of this game, but only as... hold on. Wrong way, there you go. But only as Knuckles, would you guys watch it? And oddly enough, a lot of you said yes. So we're gonna actually go ahead and do that, as weird as that sounds. So I won't spend too much time explaining stuff in this one because I have already done this game once. But just know that there is enough difference between the Sonic and Tails path to the Knuckles path that it does feel like its own game. But I will still be going and getting like all the emeralds and the super emeralds as we go along, just because that does get us towards that quote-unquote 100% or that good ending. But do know this playthrough might be, like video-wise, might be a little shorter overall. Anyway, let's hop into it while I explain some things. So, for any of you that have not played a Sonic game before, you're not missing much. Hold on, I gotta turn down my volume on my headset because I just realized how loud it was. But anyway, if you haven't played a Sonic game before, don't worry, you're not missing a whole heck of a lot. Sonic games are oddly enough meant to be friendly to new timers, at least the old ones were. So all you have is basically move, jump, and then jump again in air, does your other action. Tails is flying, Knuckles is gliding, Sonic is the little shield thing. We don't have a good spot to show this aspect of Knuckles, but we'll see it in due time. Now, here's another thing that's innate with Knuckles. Now, these rocks, we've probably seen them in the original Sonic 3 Knuckles playthrough of, oh, you have to spin dash and you break through it. Knuckles strong, by the way. Anyway, let's do some special stages. Now, I oddly enough have had a chance to do what we'll call a practice playthrough of this, and this is where I kind of get to tear back the curtain and go and tell you about failed recordings, because everybody loves when those happened. Well, I should say that the failed recording wasn't necessarily my fault, but I will say that I actually recorded an entire, all of it, front to back. I recorded an entire playthrough of the Knuckles portion of this game, and I was like, okay, cool, that's done. Great, I'm going to go ahead and just close everything down for the night. I'm going to close all this stuff up and close it down for the night, and I'll move about my day. And then I come back the next day to edit everything down, which is what I do. Oddly enough, I wait one full day before I edit anything. So at least the content that's being presented is fresh to me. Because I don't remember what I said a day ago, unless it was like, hey, I'll meet you at location X for this appointment. Unless that happens, I don't remember anything from yesterday. I barely remember what I ate for breakfast yesterday. It was a bagel. Anyway. So yeah, I recorded everything. And I later on went to edit everything, and lo and behold, I have video, or I have audio, I have my audio. Dang it. This is gonna be fun, by the way, while I try and look for all the secret rings. But yeah, I have audio for the game. I have I have audio for myself. I have 0 video. Okay, that's a bad spot to show it, but we'll get to that in just a second. So yeah, I basically had a no video full playthrough of this game ready to go. Anyway, aspect of Knuckles that I said I was going to talk about. Knuckles can climb on walls. Meaning, if you have a wall to scale, Knuckles has the best vertical ascension properties out of the entire cast of 3. So use that to your advantage. Anyway, I didn't get a specific power-up, so I wanted to get back to this. So, I'm going to be trying to cover... I'm probably going to be covering some stuff. We'll leave it be. I'm going to be trying to cover a few things. I'll be covering a few things, but I might forget to talk about some things just because I have done a full playthrough of this once already, so I feel like I've said everything once already. But, water under the bridge now. I won't draw any more attention to it. Let's see, and there was something else I was going to mention. Alright, that's actually something I can talk about when we get back to that, because mumbled about failed recordings while I was in the first special stage. Let's talk about something with this special stage and what I'm going to be doing. My hope is that these special stages will go a lot faster, is because I'm pretty sure in the original Sonic 3 and Knuckles playthrough, I tried to go for a perfect on every stage. But in this version, because I'm just trying to show the differences between the playthroughs of Sonic and Tails versus Knuckles, that I'm just going to try and blitz through this. So I'm not going to get perfect on these stages. But the perfects for getting a perfect, for those of you that want to try it, it's no different between the two playthroughs, by the way. If you want to get a perfect, basically collect every ring possible in a special stage before you clear all the blue spheres. And that does mean every ring, even these rings that pop up from completing a revolution like this. Anyway, and what does getting a perfect net you in the long run? It more or less nets you a continue. I mean, you can still get a continue. I learned this the hard way in the failed recording. I learned this the hard way. You can still get a continue from these special stages without the perfect. The perfect just boosts your chances significantly. Anyway, what else? Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So, we should be coming up on what is the... I'm gonna go down. I'm trying to remember where there, because I know there is one, like, in water somewhere. Oh gosh, that's on my end, don't worry. Yeah, that happened a lot too. In water somewhere. Not here. Although I think, no, I'm not stuck here, good. Oh, I see. But yeah, oh gosh, I lost my entire train of thought right there. Oh yeah, that's what it was. So coming up here, we're going to be coming up on what is the major difference, like basically the split. The split for, what is it? Sonic and Tails and Knuckles for this. So, normally when you're doing the Sonic and Tails playthrough, you just jump on that and go up. But apparently Knuckles is just too brute forcious that he has to go down here. And so Sonic and Tails, they're like have a little bit of stage left to go. Knuckles, straight into the boss. So I actually have to fight this boss the way it was meant to be fought without using the fire shield to cheese it out. And as such, I'll probably get my butt handed to me a handful of times. Now something else I should mention, for those that aren't familiar with how I do Sonic projects, and I'm going to say it again because it's the first episode, and that's where I should draw attention to this, is how I handle all of my Sonic projects, especially classic stuff, is I do one zone at a time. Now this may add up to like a vastly weird different playthrough depending upon, or this may add up to like vastly different times per video. The first video here, like this one, this video could be 20-30 minutes long. Once I get all the Chaos Emeralds, which is the goal I'm trying to go for, once I get all the Chaos Emeralds, then each video could end up becoming 6 minutes long. And then once we go back to Super Emerald territory, the videos will go back to like 20, 30 minute, 40 minute endeavors. Especially if I'm gonna do what I hope I can do in a later zone. Wow, new record. Because I tried to do it in the original in the botched playthrough of a special little thing. Okay, you know what? I'm going up there. Told you I was going up there. But anyway, yeah. So video lengths will be very weird. You may see that as soon as next week's video. You may see that as soon as not doing it that way. You may see that weird shift and dynamic change as soon as, well, or as late as, you know, the 4th video in the series, depending upon how well I do in special stages. Speaking of, searching for special stages. Actually, I don't think I can get any special stages with Knuckles in this variation. I could be wrong. I mean, I don't completely scour these areas. Or at least not to the best of my abilities, rather. Because, keep in mind, even though I guess the reason for this will become more apparent once we get to that portion of the playthrough, but even though the first time, like the very first time I beat the combination cart of Sonic 3 and Knuckles, and a lot of times after that was actually via Knuckles, because of a very prominent point that I'll point out later in the playthrough. Oh wow, that actually counted. Oh yeah, there is no special rings. Okay, let me finish this thought. But yeah, the only time I've ever like fully beaten the game, Sonic 3 and Knuckles, has been with Knuckles. It's never been with Sonic and Tails until the internet came about. I'll make that a story we'll talk about when we get there. But for now, you, inspiration behind the hard-boiled heavies. Oh man. I know I'm gonna like draw attention to it constantly as we go throughout the series, but like I'm gonna try not to talk about it constantly, how I had a botched recording, so to say. But it's just in the back of my mind. I remember that I had so many glitches in the botched recording that I wish I could have shown, that I wish I could show you guys. Maybe I'll recreate them. Who knows? But with that set aside, that's it for this. That's it. Gonna be it for this episode. So everyone, thank you all so much for watching this episode of Knuckles and Knuckles 3. And I'll see you folks next time. We're gonna get a little wet. I'll see you folks then. Take care.